Welcome back to Combat Sports Weekly. Joining us now is a mixed martial artist fighting out of Paris, France. Tom Duquesnoy, how you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Is that okay pronunciation of your name?
Yeah, that's actually perfect.
Yeah. So, the Fire Kid, how did you get the nickname?
Oh, it's a mix. It's a reference to my first trainer who was actually a fireman, a firefighter.
Oh, wow.
So it's a reference to him, so
Yeah.
it's kind of a reference to him. So, and the second thing is my favorite manga character has the firepower. It's the ace in One Piece for the people who knows that, and it makes a reference too for my fighting style, who can be paired to the fire as well, like
Right.
explosive.
Yeah. So what brings you to Albuquerque?
Jackson-Wink. I was usually coming for to just travel in USA, and after when I turned MMA fighter, I was looking for a good team. So I made the West Coast like in a 2 months travel. Like I went to Las Vegas, the big team in Vegas, the big team in Los Angeles as well, and for finish, Jackson-Wink was the better for me. So.
Who are some of the guys that you train with at Jackson's-Wink? They have a lot of guys that are flyweights, bantamweights, featherweights. So, Sue, who are some of the guys that help you out there the most?
Oh, I like to spar with guys like BG Penn, Joby Sanchez, Donald Sanchez, like guys like Leandro Vanata, who will be very good later too. Timur Valiev, so all those guys are good, you know, for sparring. Cub Swanson too. Yeah, a lot of guys.
What was it like to meet BJ Penn? I know he's only been in Albuquerque a couple of months, and a lot of the fighters that train here are super excited, always taking photos with him. So what was that like to meet him?
Yeah, he's a legend. So the first thing you wanna spar with him to see who is he? You know, the legend. You just want to see his level, and that's awesome. Yeah. He's a really.
Is that something you get used to? I know you go to a lot of fights, and there's a lot of famous guys like Anderson Silva, Lyoto Machida. Do you get used to that, or is it always like, oh wow, that's you're you?
Yeah. At the beginning, it's like, oh, who is he?
Yeah.
After you spar with them and you see that they are human like you, especially they are really good.
Right.
But you can reach that level if you work for.
Currently, you're the BAMMA Featherweight champion, and here coming up on May 14th, you'll be taking on Shay Walsh at BAMMA 25 for the Bantamweight crown. So is that where you want to fight for the rest of your career?
Yeah, I want to get used to fight at Bantamweight because it will be definitely the category that I want to fight at UFC for the next year.
Have you fought at Bantamweight before?
Yeah, last month actually.
Yeah, what's the differences in weight for you? How do you feel? Do you feel when you're lighter that you're a lot quicker? Is it difficult on your body to lose that weight?
The diet and the cutting are okay for Bantam. I always fighting at featherweight from the age of 18, and the guys are usually bigger than me, stronger than me, taller than me. So I wanted to be just at the right weight for me, and Bantam is the better one.
Right, and now you're actually 12-1, great record. You're just 22 years old. Where do you want your career to end up? I mean, you're so young with all this success. Where do you want to end up?
At UFC for sure. The goal is to unify the belt at UFC. That's the dream. So I will work for it.
Who are some of your favorite fighters currently in the UFC?
The efficiency of Aldo, I like. George St. Pierre.
Of course.
Before too.
Right.
Yeah. The boxing abilities of Anderson Silva. Yeah, I got some good example.
How did you get your start in MMA? What did you start with a certain art? Was it karate? Was it wrestling or anything like that when you were young?
I started by sambo fighting.
Oh wow!
Because my model at that time was Fedor Emelianenko. So after I get very fast for MMA at 12, 13, and at 15 I was like pretty sure I wanted to go to UFC already. So that was all about that. And waiting the age to practice MMA in professional, that was 18, so I got 3 years to fight. So I always competed in regular boxing, Muay Thai. I got a big career in wrestling as well. But in the goal to do MMA at the age legal 18.
Now wrestling, was it something you did in Europe? How big is the wrestling scene in Europe?
It's more little in Europe than here. Here it's developed, it's an Olympic sport, and that's big. We have a less in Europe, but we have still a good level.
Yeah. How much do you know about your opponent again on May 14th at BAMMA 25, Shay Walsh? Have you seen a lot of him?
Yeah, we did with Greg yesterday. We did the game plan actually. He's a tough guy, always well prepared. He's got the ability to shoot in wrestling, so pretty exciting.
Yeah, you brought up Greg Jackson. What's it like to learn from him? What's different from him than any other coach that you've been around?
He's very, very smart, very creative. He sees stuff that you don't see. He is very fast to understand people's abilities, how to make your strengths available in a fight, how to make your weakness more lethal for the next fight. So he's just really smart.
Yeah. And I have to ask you before we let you go here, we got about a minute left. What's your favorite part of Albuquerque so far? I know it was kind of windy yesterday and it was ugly, but
yeah, no, I like this town. I like this town. It's pretty calm. It's in altitude, so you can be in a good shape for your fight. I love that town. Yeah, I love that town. A lot of stuff to do.
Yeah. And then finally, message to any of your fans.
Following me on Tom Fire Kid or all the network, and thanks for everything.
Yeah, I'll make sure. I've been following you on Twitter for a while to watch about 3 of your fights at BAMMA, so best of luck on here again, May 14th, BAMMA 25.
Thank you.
Yeah, congratulations on all the success so far, and of course, you know, you'll probably be around in the future, so we'd like to have you back.
With pleasure, my friend.
Tom Duquesnoy, make sure you guys check him out at BAMMA 25.